Official chart, this is your top 10. So, we're about to go to a young man who might be feeling very lonely because his friend is not here. Dan.
Hi.
Dan and Phil, how are you?
I'm so alone. There's just a void next to me where my friend used to be in my heart.
Oh, bless you. I mean, it's coming back, so, you know,
like
chill out.
3
I'm getting
days,
a bit
but that's
needy and
fine.
weird.
But I don't go outside, Jamila, and I live with him. So, I mean, like, it's really like I've been by myself just getting cabin fever in my apartment.
Oh, wow. You're like Tom Hanks in Castaway. He's little Ball Wilson.
Exactly like that. That has been my week.
So other than that, anything good?
Well,
anything exciting?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see whether I'm the only kind of strange person that spends all of my time at home kind of talking to myself and sitting naked and, you know, showering with the door open. So we're definitely going to talk about that because I want to see how weird I am. But because there is no Phil here to do a Dan versus Phil this week, we've made a medley of all the most physically degrading challenges of all time.
Of which there are quite a few.
There are indeed. We had a lot to choose from. So if you've never seen Dan versus Phil before, if you go on the Radio 1 website at 8, you will literally see all of the lowest moments of my entire life.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. How can people get in touch?
Well, if you want to request a song or just get in touch with what we're talking about, then you can tweet us at BBCR1, lurk on the Radio 1 Facebook page, text us on 81199, or call me on 03700 100 100.
You know what? People do get in touch because he's getting lonely and he's getting really weird.
So alone.
Do you have the album chart with you, strange man?
I have the album chart,
okay,
yes.
Take it away.
BBC Radio 1.
The home of the official album chart. This week's top 5 albums.
A new entry at number 5, it is Aloe Black with Lift Your Spirit. Straight in at number 5 is the third album from Aloe Black and its highest charting to date in the UK. The 35-year-old US singer-songwriter, whose real name is Egbert Nathaniel Dawkins III.
Sure.
Wow. Got his first ever solo number 1 in the singles chart last week. Down number 1 at 4, it is George Michael with Symphonica. This is George Michael's first album in a decade. When it went to number 1 at the end of March, this album fought off competition from Pharrell and Kylie to give George his 7th UK number 1 album, which he described as a wonderful moment.
To your velvet life.
3.
Up 2, it is John Legend with Love in the Future. Love in the Future is the 4th studio album by American soul singer John Legend. He has worked with the likes of Alicia Keys, Magnetic Man, and Kanye West, who actually exec-produced this album. And he also contributed to the soundtrack for the Best Picture winning 12 Years a Slave.
2.
Up 8 at number 2, it is Paloma Faith with A Perfect Contradiction. She has jumped 8 places this week up to number 2 with her third album, following her sassy performance on last week's live final of The Voice. The lead single from this album, Can't Rely on You, was co-written by the man of the moment, Pharrell Williams, who also provided backing vocals on the track. And a non-mover at number 1 in the album chart is Kaiser Chiefs with Education, Education, Education and War. The Leeds band knocked off X Factor Sam Bailey from the top spot last Sunday. That has now made it 2 weeks in a row for the band. They've previously released 4 studio albums and are regular fixtures on the festival circuit. In August 2012, they performed at the closing ceremony of the Olympics covering The Who.
Oh, beautifully done. Who needs Phil?
I know.
Who needs him? We need him. We miss him.
Everything's
He's
fine.
great. All right. Did you snort?
I just...
Did that happen?
A crying
That
kind
was
of...
fun. All right. Well, look, I'm
Don't
going to let
leave
you
me,
go.
Jamila.
No, I'm going to... Okay, don't get weird.
Do you
I'm going
have
to leave.
to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to put your mic down now. Be well. Okay. Be strong. Okay. It's getting weird now. Bye, Dan. Okay, so moving on, as we do have the vamp.
The Neighbourhood, and before that, Paramore, and you are now listening to Dan...
BBC
Radio
1.
Hello, everybody. It is just Dan. Phil is away this week. He is on holiday in Florida. Ugh, yeah, some have it. Okay, so you just have me, but that is okay. Everything is fine because I am used to being forever alone. It is my natural habitat, but thankfully, I have you guys to keep me company, as this show is all about you guys. You guys request the music that we play, we take your calls, read your tweets, so don't just sit back and relax like you would usually listening to the radio. Make sure you get involved for the next couple of hours. If you want to, then you can tweet me at BBCR1. You can lurk on the Radio 1 Facebook page. You can text 81199, or if you want to interact with me with your actual voice, you can call me on 03700 100 100. And remember that if you right now go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 on anything with an internet connection, even your mobile phone, then you can watch the whole show happen live on camera, where you get to see me standing in the studio with the void to my right, where Phil is usually stood. But then you get pictures and videos to go along with the internet news, which is happening in about 20 minutes. But most importantly, the music videos that are made by you guys, as you guys don't just call in to request music, but you actually make videos to your favourite songs and send them in. And now we have an awesome music video sent in by Tara to Sky Ferreira. This is apparently her media coursework, but it could legitimately be the actual music video, okay? It is that good. Featuring crying girls, lasers, and headless mannequins. Get on the radio and website to watch this. This is Everything is Embarrassing. Everything is Embarrassing by Sky Ferreira.
BBC Radio 1.
So, as Phil is currently off digesting the rich culture of Orlando through a series of mini golf courses, as well as most of the world pancakes, I have been totally home alone this week, and it is weird and a bit scary being completely home alone. I mean, it's because I have no social life, so I've just spent the entire week completely inside. I am constantly afraid that there is an axe murderer or the girl from The Ring hiding behind every door at night, which has been fun, but during the day I've mainly been spending the entire week watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in my pants, which, I mean, to be honest, that's living the dream, isn't it? I mean, I can't imagine life being any better than that. But it got me thinking that, you know, there's some cons to living alone, like the crippling loneliness and stuff. But really, it's great, because you get to do things that you would never be able to do if you were with your friends or your family. And I was thinking, like, I have been talking to myself without questioning my sanity. I've been singing Britney Spears in the shower with the door wide open. I've been playing Rock Band at 3 a.m., which I'm sure my neighbours really love. But this got me thinking of tonight's rehab topic. I like to use this late slot on a Sunday night to reflect back on the week and to get us all talking about something as a community. So today, I would like to ask all of you listening, what do you do when you are home alone, okay? When you are just completely by yourself, curtains drawn, what do you get up to? Do you have any secret hobbies that you're afraid to admit? What are some of the just really strange things that you do? I don't want any of you to hold back. No matter how weird it is, I want you to tell me, okay? To get involved, tweet me with hashtag when I'm home alone. So tweet with hashtag when I'm home alone on Twitter. But if you've got a story and you maybe want to tell me with your voice, you can call me on 03700 100 100. So that is your task. What do you get up to when the curtains are closed and you are all alone? I'll be reading some of those out after this next song, requested by Molly on Twitter. It is Do I Want to Know by Arctic Monkeys. Today we are going to be talking about what you do when you are home alone, as I've spent the week with Phil on holiday completely by myself in my pants. I tweeted at the start of the week that I wanted everybody to imagine that whatever I was doing it naked, and a lot of people presumed I was joking, but I'm not. I mean, anyone that has known me for a while will know that I have really bad history with kind of getting changed with my blinds open, and there's a creepy old man that lives opposite me, and I'm sure it's bad timing. I'm sure he doesn't intend it, but I've been quite careful this week, as you can imagine. So I asked you guys to tweet me with hashtag when I'm home alone with what you guys get up to when no one is looking. At the Script Scope says, I talk to myself aloud in an Irish accent, but I'm not Irish. I also tend to refer to myself as we. Okay, that's very specific. I like it. We got here from Emily, who says, I sing at the top of my lungs, and once a policeman knocked on my house and said that the neighbours reported me. That's impressive. That's when you know you've got the Home Alone singing done right. And then we've got one here from @YesThisIsDog_, nice, saying, my mum is a health freak, so I literally baked an entire batch of cookies and ate them all by myself before she came home. Wow. That is commitment. I mean, they're good. I liked the talking to yourself, but no one's crossed the line yet. I really want someone to admit to doing something that's just not socially acceptable on any level, so this is a good start. I think we'll get someone on the phone after this. But now it is time to play another video sent in by one of you guys. This is a video to Mr. Prob's Waves, sent in by Jack. It is again quite an artistic one, because Jack is filming a sleepwalking girl in a meadow. Hopefully she gave permission and he wasn't just stalking her. Here's Mr. Probs, Waves. Mr. Probs on Radio 1, and cool video, Jack. Thank you for sending that in. I sleepwalked once as a child, and I walked into my parents' bedroom, and I stared at my mum with open eyes, apparently, and then she woke up and screamed. I must have been a very fun child.
One.
BBC.
BBC.
Radio.
One.
That was such a long jingle. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm really good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. So, I hear that you do something very dangerous when you're home alone. What do you get up to when there's no one else in the house?
I like to lie in a sleeping bag and slide down the stairs.
Okay, that's one of those things that I feel like I should be giving a don't try that at home warning, but I think we've all done it, haven't we? I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever hurt yourself? Are they kind of bruises that are worth it because it's really
I
fun?
kind of hit my leg really hard off a radiator once I was doing it, and
Ouch.
it kind of stayed for a while, but
Okay,
well.
that's good. I appreciate it. That's pretty metal. Yeah, I mean, that's good. I'm proud of you. So I think you've earned a request by admitting your death-defying actions. What song would you like us to play?
Could I have She Looks So Perfect by 5 Seconds of Summer, please?
Yes, you can indeed. Is there anyone that you would like to dedicate this to?
Could I dedicate it to Fern, Cara, Katie and Georgia, please?
Okay, this goes out to all of them. Thank you very much. And don't go anywhere, as we will be telling you all of the weirdest things that have happened around the world this week in internet news that are coming up next. But now, here is 5 Seconds of Summer.
to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 now to watch the Dan and Phil show on Radio 1.
That was 5 Seconds of Summer with She Looks So Perfect. I just remember that once when I was a kid and my parents went out, similar to her going down the stairs in a sleeping bag, I once took the mattress of mine and my little brother's beds and then laid them next to each other on the stairs to just turn the entire thing into a luge. And I think I also went down at extreme speed and banged myself on on a radiator. I also didn't manage to replace them by the time my parents come back, and my mum wasn't very impressed. But anyway, now it is time for us to tell you all of the things that you may have missed this week because they're irrelevant and wonderful news stories. This is the Internet News.
This is the Internet News.
Phil usually does the news broadcaster voice at this point, so I'm just going to have to give him my best shot. Internet news. So, dogs aren't really renowned for their amazing table manners, but one internet pooch has taken things up to the next level. Wearing a hoodie, and with the aid of his owner's carefully positioned hands, Fudge the dog is able to sit up at the table and eat his dog's dinner with a knife and fork. So basically, you've got a dog with his head sticking out the head hole of a hoodie, and then a human's hands picking up the stuff. That must be so confusing for the dog. I mean, everyone else is laughing, but the dog's just like, why are things being stuffed in my face inaccurately? I'm sure he's having a great time, though. Wow. Look at that napkin action. I love dogs. That's amazing. Internet news. At a screening of Noah, Russell Crowe's latest blockbuster movie featuring one of the world's most famous floods. Yeah, I guess it's one of the world's most famous floods. It had to be cancelled last week due to an actual flood. Movie fans had to wait 2 hours at a cinema in Exeter after a faulty ice machine flooded the premises. Reports are unconfirmed as to whether the patrons left the cinema 2 by 2. Oh man, who wrote that in? That deserves... Wait. Lily Allen's sarcastic laughter yoga of disappointment. Okay, internet news. And an Irish priest has become the latest internet sensation after performing an incredible version of Leonard Cohen's classic Hallelujah at a wedding in County Meath. This video was only uploaded on April 7th and it already has over 20 million views as it sees Father Ray Kelly, or R. Kelly as he's known as, burst into song to surprise the congregation. Okay, just prepare yourselves for this. Here is the priest's version of Hallelujah.
Now we've reached their special day. We've come to help them celebrate and show them how much we love them to you.
Wow. No, it's good. Wow. I mean, that's... What can you say? That is truly excellent. I mean, I find it kind of funny that he's already the priest and he's like, okay, so everybody's looking at me. Time for my solo. But it reminds me, at the church that I went to with my grandma as a kid, there was a lady that used to play the piano, and she used to really enjoy being kind of the centre of attention when she was playing the piano, and she would force everyone to keep doing choruses like 5 times. Then she used to do like piano solos in the middle. She was called Janet, and everyone hated her. So I'm joking. And that was this week's Internet News.
The Internet News.
Good news, though, as if you missed watching the Internet News as you're maybe flying a commercial airline or some less stupid reason, we are now going to start putting every single Internet News on the Radio 1 YouTube channel. So if you go there now and subscribe, you will never miss a silly news story ever again. But now, a proper tune that I'd completely forgotten about until this point, with a video sent in by Norlisa with some epic dance moves. This is The Coral, Dreaming of You. But now requested by Sam, who texted in, here is Rizzle Kicks with Down with the Trumpets. Grizzle Kicks down with the trumpets, and I just found a silver plastic trumpet underneath my desk. I have no idea why this is here. There we go, trumpet skills. I have no idea whose mouth this has touched. Don't pick up objects that you have no idea and then put them in your mouth. I'm a terrible example.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
So today, in celebration of the fact that Phil is not here and I have spent all of the week naked in my apartment, we have been asking you guys what you get up to when you are home alone. And I said last time, after reading some out, that I wanted people to admit to some more embarrassing things, because I think that we all do pretty weird stuff, but maybe people aren't willing to admit it on the radio. But we've got some texts here, okay? We've got one from Agneta that says, I was rave dancing around my house in my underwear, and I broke a picture frame. My parents weren't pleased. That must have been hard to explain. I think you probably just went down the I slipped, not the I was rave dancing in my pants, but that's good. Vivid picture. We got a text here from Joss in Bath who said, when I'm home alone, I make up outrageous dances in my underwear or watch Borat because my parents hate it. That's good. Something about Borat, the scene in the pants, might just inspire you to run around. Good, yeah. Made me feel that way too. And then we've got one here that says, hi, it's Billy from High Wycombe. I like to walk around naked with my pants on my head pretending I'm Captain Underpants from the classic kids book. And yes, I'm 18. I have been caught on multiple occasions with my mum coming home early. Oh, what? Could you imagine your mum walking in and you've got your pants on your head? That is really special. That is exactly what I wanted people to admit to, so thank you, Billy from High Wycombe. I've yet to take it to the level where I've removed my pants and put them on my face, but, I mean, there's still about 4 days left until Phil comes home, so I'm going to do that later on, I think. Thank you for that. But now we have an absolutely awesome video, okay? Laura has decided to bring life to Taylor Swift's Safe and Sound from the Hunger Games soundtrack through the power of plasticine. Do you think Taylor Swift would survive in the Hunger Games? I think she'd probably beat Peter in a fist fight, to be fair. I mean, who wouldn't? He'd just be painting himself and Taylor would be like, pow! She's really tall. She probably has a lot of muscle that's just stretched across a really long body. Okay, anyway, this is an amazing example of someone who has made a video and then got it on the song in the form of a video. Go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 if you want to watch this, and here is Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift. That was Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift and the Civil Wars. Thank you very much to Laura. We've made some great videos tonight on the show. I just want to say, if you have ever made a video to any song ever in your life, or maybe you want to get your favourite song on Radio 1 and you feel quite creative, all you have to do to get a music video on our show is upload it and email a link to the video to danandphil@bbc.co.uk, and we could be playing the music video that you have made on our next show.
BBC Radio 1. Dan and Phil.
Hello, Gemma.
Hello.
What do you get up to when no one's watching?
I dance around the house, but I dress up as well, relevant to the song.
You dress up relevant to the song? Okay, wow. Do you have a pretty extensive wardrobe then, depending on what you want to dress up as?
There's a few weird things in my wardrobe.
Such as?
Hot pants.
and who would you put on the hot pants to dance around the house like?
Probably Shakira, do a bit of booty shaking, you know.
Oh, okay, walking around. Do your hips not lie, Gemma?
Oh, very funny.
No, they don't. Okay, that's good. That's a good mental image. It's brave of you to admit that you even go to the dedication of dressing up as the people that you want to walk around the house shaking your booty like. So I think that you've earned a request. Would you like to listen to some Shakira?
Yes, please.
I think that's appropriate. Would you like to dedicate this to anyone?
Can I dedicate it to Meg, Emily, Laura and Kerry, please?
Awesome, this goes out to all of them, and here is Can't Remember to Forget You by Shakira and Rihanna. Shakira on Radio 1.
Dan and Phil. They escaped from the internet and climbed into your ears.
So I've been perusing the text console here, and I've got some people admitting to some more stuff. We've got a text from Chloe who said, "When I'm home alone, I use a Sharpie to draw funny faces on fruits and wait till my parents come home and realise." Wow. Some of us handle being alone better than others. I mean, my producer Vic said that she speaks to her cat, and I mean, speaking to cats is the only thing that's a step down from talking to yourself. So, I mean, drawing on fruit, just trying to find friends with what's around. That's good, that's fine. We got a text here from Molly in Cambridge who says, "When I'm home alone, I was ballet dancing to death metal in my pajamas when our new neighbour came round to introduce himself. I opened the door in PJs, ballet shoes, with Screamo playing in the background." Not a good start. Yeah, I'd probably be very scared to ever speak to your family ever again if I was that person, but thank you. And then we've got a tweet here from Johnny, who said that when he's home alone, he takes his PSP to the toilet and can sit there for 5 hours without feeling judged. Wow, that's a real admission, because I will admit I do that sometimes. I think iPhones have just done that to people, you know what I mean? You got an app, you can just sit there for a while if you feel like it, but when no one's... okay, you know how it is. But now, it is time for this week's Happy Video of the Week. Did you like that? I think that's going to be a thing now. Happy Video of the Week. Unbroken combo, and this one is coming now from an entire high school, okay? Not just a country. This one has been sent in by Ashton. This one is just furthering the proof that we've already seen a bunch of times, that USA high school life is so much cooler than our experience of secondary schools, okay? This school has its own TV studio. My school would be lucky to have one functioning overhead projector at any one time, so it kind of make me sad, but if you want to see a glimpse of the American dream, then get on the Radio 1 website, and here is Pharrell. I had fun the other day telling a friend of mine that Pharrell was 42. She didn't believe me at all. In case you didn't know, Pharrell is 42. I know he looks like he's about 25, but it is a fact. And she just wouldn't believe me whatsoever. I think he obviously just, like, rubs stem cells on his face or something like that. Or Horcruxes. That's it. You know, Pharrell, Enrique Iglesias, think about it. Horcruxes. It's the only logical explanation.
This is BBC Radio 1.
Hi, Sarah.
Hiya.
What do you get up to when you are home alone?
Okay, it's a common thing for people to just, like, you know, sing around your house whenever you're, like, home alone or something like that.
Yeah, of course, walk around singing.
Just 1 minute it'll be Fall Out Boy, then it'll be Muse, then it'll be Celine Dion, okay?
That's a natural segue to me. I mean, I often just, like, shuffle between, like, My Chemical Romance and Enya on Spotify when I'm singing around the house.
Yeah.
You can't pick a genre in your singing playlist, can you? Okay, so
No,
is it just walking around and singing?
No, it's not. Sometimes, because I have 3 cats, I might just sing My Heart Will Go On to my cats.
Do your cats appreciate Titanic?
One of them does, the other 2 don't really. They just kind of walk off and leave me like, "I'm so done with you, Sarah." They just kind of walk away.
You have a promising future as a crazy cat lady, though, and that's not a bad thing.
I do. My friends say to me, "Oh, you're going to be a crazy cat lady when you're older," and I'm like, "No,
that is
no.
nothing to be ashamed of. You keep walking around your house singing Celine Dion. That is awesome.
I will.
Okay, and what song would you like to request now on Radio 1?
Can I have Flaws by Bastille, please?
Oh, you can indeed. Would you like to dedicate this to anyone?
Can I dedicate it to all my people on Twitter, because they're just so, so lovely.
This goes out to them. Here is Bastille. applause for Sarah and all of her Twitter peeps. But now let's talk about what we're doing for tonight.
Dan versus Phil.
Okay, so Obs, Phil isn't here tonight. I did ask him if he'd like to get on an iPad and do some kind of video call challenge, but then he asked me if I understood the concept of a holiday, which is fine. So we decided that tonight, in case anyone has ever missed them, we would create a medley of all of the greatest / worst, most physically degrading Dan vs. Phils ever, because a lot have happened over the year and a half that we've been doing the show, and if you weren't there, then you might have missed out on some of what I could probably say are the lowest moments of my entire life. So the things that we've put into this, we have put the Wellington show jumping, which was when we put our hands and feet inside Wellington boots and then went round a track, an obstacle course, which was life-destroying. And then we did caterpillar sleeping bags, where we attempted to race around the green room inside a sleeping bag as a caterpillar. There were lots of pictures taken of me. A balloon pop-off that we did with Zoella, and also an innuendo bingo cup bed, which was great, having all that celebrity saliva all over me. These were good times, but I'm probably not going to enjoy watching this. So, if you want to see these things, all you have to do, bbc.co.uk/Radio1, to see all of the lowest moments of my entire existence so far, brought to you by the Dan and Phil Show, and prepare to point and laugh, okay? But now for your ears, here is some surfboard. In a second, I was about to press Bastille, but it's not Bastille. Here's Beyonce!
I've been drinking.
Tovolo with Stay High, and do not worry if you watched all of that utterly life-destroying embarrassment on the Radio 1 website, as Dan vs. Phil is back next week when Phil returns with a very, very, very special Easter egg roulette, which... oh, man. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys know what egg roulette is. That's going to be super cool, so look forward to that.
BBC Radio 1.
But something exciting I want to talk about. Last week in Newcastle was the Student Radio Conference, where the next promising generation of tomorrow that are waiting for anyone on Radio 1 to get in a freak accident converged to share their passion. And they actually made a music video for this show. And what song did they pick? Obviously, song of the moment, if you're going to parody anything, Selfie. So they all got together, sent stuff in to make their own version of Selfie. It features dozens of actual selfies from real students all over the country and Radio 1 DJs, and it is incredibly funny. I just want to say, you haven't lived until you have seen Greg James do an impersonation of the girl at the start of that music video, okay? So if any of you guys like the sound of this, you want to see some DJs and some students doing their parody of Selfie, it is really, really good. Get to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 to watch this right now. And thank you to the Student Radio Association for this, and the Radio 1 DJs. Here is Chainsmokers with Selfie. That is Chainsmokers, Selfie, and lol at that video. Thank you very much to the Student Radio Association for making that. And shout out to Simon, the guy who had the chicken head mask on in the bathroom. That was absolutely inspirational. If you want to see that, because you felt like you missed out, all you have to do is go to the Radio 1 YouTube channel anytime. That will be going live. I think it's already on, isn't it? Yeah, so go check it out now. The one that was on YouTube actually has some bloopers from Scott and Chris on it, so that was extremely funny. Make sure you go watch that. But now, requested by Hannah, who texted in, here is Aloe Black with The Man. by Aloe Black on Radio 1.
This is BBC Radio 1.
So, speak of the devil, look who we managed to get on the phone. Hi, Phil.
Hello.
How's Florida? I hate you.
Good. I'm sat by the pool. Do you want to hear the pool?
Sat by the pool. Do I want to hear the pool? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Don't fall in with your phone. Wow, so
I almost dropped my phone in.
you're living the Florida dream, are you?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, so I stalked your Twitter, not in a creepy way, just to see what you've been up to. And the thing that everyone's talking about, dude, you got attacked by a squirrel?
I did.
What is the story behind this? What happened?
All right, I was on a nature trail, which was full of squirrels. They were all hopping around. Anyway, there's one that was just sat on a post, just like posing for photos to be taken. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
Gonna get a photo of this squirrel. Got my camera right up close, about to take the picture, and it just launched at me. It started attacking my hand.
I think that if you want to see this photo, I recommend every single person that is near an internet device go to Twitter. It's twitter.com/amazingphil. No promo, but just look at the squirrel photo. It will change your life, okay? And I've actually got a photo of it somewhere over in the background. Wow, it is life-changing. So for everybody who is watching on the website, just imagine, I mean, so what happened when the squirrel jumped at you?
I swear it growled. It actually made a noise like, and then it jumped at me, started biting my hand.
It bit your hand. It actually attacked you. It didn't just jump at you.
It did.
Wow.
So if I'm not on the radio next week, it's because I died from squirrel rabies.
So it actually drew blood.
Yeah.
I would get
Vicious.
every single injection. What is like the health status of rabid squirrels in Orlando?
I'm not sure. I'm going to get it checked out when I get home.
Will you ever trust a squirrel ever again?
Never again.
Never again. Okay. What else have you been up to while you've just abandoned me at home in my
I've been doing my favourite sport.
What's your favourite sport?
Crazy golf.
Crazy golf? Are you good at it? Are you the Tiger Woods of mini golf? No, you're not good.
I'm terrible.
Okay.
We went to jungle golf, and I bounced the ball off a zebra's butt, and it almost hit a child, but it didn't.
Okay, good to know that you didn't accidentally hurt someone's child by reflecting it off a zebra's butt. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, have you got any exciting plans before you return to the motherland?
We might be going to Gatorland soon.
Gatorland? What's that?
Yeah.
That sounds so Florida. Oh my god.
It's self-explanatory, really. The land of gators. Going to see some alligators. Hopefully no squirrels there.
Okay, well, that sounds good. I hope you are enjoying your time away, Phil, and try not to get murdered by any crocodiles. That sounds good. Would you like to request a song while I've got you on the radio?
Can I request a song?
Yeah, what would you like to hear?
Yeah. The Circle of Life from The Lion King.
Really? Really, man?
Yeah.
You are a Radio 1 DJ and you're going to request Elton John. I am not questioning it. Okay, awesome, Anna. Is there anyone that you'd like to dedicate this to, Phil?
Maybe the squirrel, because life goes on, you know.
Yeah, okay, totally, man. Okay, we'll see you next week, but now dedicated to the squirrel that may have actually given amazing Phil rabies, here, by Elton John, is The Circle of Life. If you just tuned into Radio 1, that was The Circle of Life by Elton John, requested by our Phil. Thank you very much for that. But now, let's talk about exams.
Revision Week on BBC Radio 1.
Okay, so GCSEs fast approaching. Dun dun dun. Sorry if I'm triggering horrific memories that you're not trying to think about. So, I mean, where are you guys with revision? Are you just getting started, or, you know, are you totally about to start, but you've just been really busy at the moment? I could relate to that. I don't think I'm really the right person to talk about revision advice, but thankfully, Radio 1 is doing something to help you with your GCSEs next week, as the Radio 1 Revision Power Hour is returning for 2014. The idea behind this is BBC Bitesize have a real-life actual teachers on hand to answer your GCSE questions across the biggest subjects. So what will happen is, at various hours in the week next week, if you go to the Radio 1 website, you can just listen to some tunes and actually say that you are revising, okay? Some of the things that are happening are on Monday, Greg James at 6 p.m. is going to be taking questions on science. That sounds pretty good. On Tuesday, Fern's going to be talking about English. And on Wednesday at 9 a.m., Scott's going to be talking about maths. That sounds good. I wish Scott all the luck with that. So if you want to get some revision done while listening to some tunes on the radio, all you have to do is listen to Radio 1 at those times and just go on the Radio 1 website and you can say that you've been doing some productive revising thanks to the BBC. As well as that, Alid and the Surgery are actually going to be doing a revision special next Sunday with Dr. Aaron. And I think our Skies are going to do something vaguely exam-themed. I thought that, Phil doesn't know this because he's not listening to the radio right now, but I thought that we could quiz him on some GCSE knowledge to see whether he remembers anything from school, and he probably doesn't. So, I mean, spending some time pointing and laughing at Phil, that sounds pretty fun. But if you want to do some revising, that is Radio 1's Revision Power Hour kicking off tomorrow. Greg James, Monday at 6 p.m.
Revision Week.
But now, thanks to Ariana, who sent in this video, here is 1D with Don't Forget Where You Belong. That was One Direction with Don't Forget Where You Belong, with a song from Ariana there. That was a good video.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
Hello, Alid.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good.
I feel like asking you, what do you get up to when you are home alone?
Oh, it's a bit boring, actually. But what I love doing is having all the speakers in the house play the same thing, and I can walk from room to room and hear the music or the TV or whatever I want, and not have to think about other people and whether it gets in their way.
That's good, though.
I like
you
that.
know what I mean? It's
the
like
freedom to walk wherever.
You don't have to be naked doing weird things to objects.
Oh, I do that naked.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Of course. That's where you're lifting. Yeah, walking around listening to the music.
Standard, surely.
Free, yeah, obviously. Okay. So what is going on in your show tonight, Alid?
Tonight, we are talking about bodies. Dr. Rada is there, and I hope you realise this. You know, when I say Dr. Rada, she is a real doctor.
She is an actual medically trained doctor.
She does it during the week and everything. So we are offering the opportunity to talk about your bodies. Something too small, something too big, something you don't like, something you're not sure should be there. Maybe there's a lump or a rash, all those kind of yucky, kind of embarrassing stuff. Then, by all means, you can call us 03700 100 100. You can text us 81199, or you can even send us a picture message of it if you want. Whatever it is that you're not sure about and you want the doctor to see, because she is medical and all that, you can also do that. 81199. Thank you.
I was just scouring my body for things to point out, but I couldn't find anything. I'm really sorry.
What about that? What? That's a joke.
Okay. Oh, damn. Oh, you just went there. Okay. Wow, that was good. No, props to that. Okay, so
shall I go? I should go.
The phone lines now belong to Alid and the Surgery, so if you want to contact them, those are all the details. Thank you, and good luck with your show.
Thank you, goodbye.
Bye, Alid. Thank you very much for that. Awesome. But now, the saddest song in the entire universe. Coldplay Fix You, with a very, very beautiful video by Kaija there, who was walking around some snowy scenes. When I was 14, I used to have a playlist of really sad songs that I listened to when I was feeling emo, just to wallow in my self-pity. You know what it's like being a teenager, awful. And Fix You was the climax of the entire playlist. I put it right at the bottom, so when I'm feeling like I wanted to get out of it, I'd listen to it. Because you know how it builds up at the end there? I was like, and then Coldplay, it gets really good, and it just brings me out of the dark place. Oh, man. Anyway, enough about laughing at me. It is time to laugh with each other, as it's now time for your technological issues to be read out by the erotic tones of Radio 1's Greg James. This is Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet.
Internet, isn't that a misplaced tennis serve in Yorkshire?
I don't get all this facial book.
The World Wide what?
Sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Our first story today comes from Grace Cooper.
I taught my 90-year-old grandma how to use my iMac, and this happened. She definitely gave me a little smirk. I feel like she was trolling me.
What happened?
First, you need to open a window.
This is cold, I don't want to open the window.
Oh. Okay, was she trolling you, or was she just kind of confused there? First, you got to open a window. I don't know. I like to think she had a sense of humour. Yeah. Definitely. That pesky troll grandma. Okay, our next story comes from Poppy.
My dad was on YouTube when he called me over to the computer.
Uh-oh.
He then put the video onto full screen. He looked at me with a really smug expression on his face and said, I bet he didn't know how to do that.
Okay. So we can laugh at that, but to be fair, who knows how to use the YouTube website? Like, it's my entire life and they update it all the time. Like, I accidentally delete all my videos sometimes. God, so no, impressive. He knows how to full screen videos. I don't know how to turn annoying annotations off. So I think we're at the same level there, Poppy. Our next story comes from Evie.
My mum is terrible at any type of technology.
Wow.
And the other day, she faced the terrifying challenge of checking her emails. She ended up Googling her username and password.
Has she changed them? Because that's out there now, isn't it? That's, I mean, again, Google, I mean, how is it you'd log into something and then just post it as a Google Plus update without even realising you had an account? Wow, sorry for your mum. Our next story comes from Samantha.
I needed to do my ICT assessment at home last minute, so I opened up the file I'd sent myself containing the homework. However, what I actually sent myself was a PowerPoint presentation about One Direction, which I'd made in Year 7.
A PowerPoint presentation. I just have this mental image of you, like, calling your mum or your friends over, like, oh, I've made something. Got a little clicker in your hands. This is Harry. Figure 1. See his curly hair. Yeah, I mean, like, back in the day, before people made emotional montages, how did people appreciate, like, the people they were fans of? I feel like PowerPoint presentations were probably the method that people went to. Very retro, okay? And our last story comes from Abigail.
My mum thinks she's hilarious. Every time I ask her to put her Bluetooth on, this is what she says.
Mum, can you put your Bluetooth on? My teeth aren't blue, they're yellow.
Oh, God. A Lillian yoga laugh of disappointment for your mum.
Mum, can you put your Bluetooth on? My teeth aren't blue, they're yellow.
That is terrible. That is a despicable joke. Oh my gosh, Abigail. That was inspirational. Okay, that was Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet. And if you have any stories of technological failures made by your friends and family and you want to send them in for next week's show, even better if you have any photo or video evidence like those guys did of the people they're talking about, all you have to do is email them to danandphil@bbc.co.uk and then we could be putting you in next week's Sorry I Don't Know How to Internet. And now, thanks to Casey and Lauren, here's a bit of the Vamps. Wild Heart. Now, if we're discussing the music which I choose to sing in the shower with the door open this week, which, by the way, is risky, everyone has been tweeting and texting in saying that they're pooping with the door open, showering with the door open, and I understand how liberating it is to just be, like, totally naked, but what if I can't shake the fear that, like, the estate agent's gonna walk in or something, like, he has a pair of keys, there could be some emergency, he could just walk in whenever he feels like, or what if there's some emergency electrician that just goes, hey, and then I'm just singing Enya at the top of my lungs like I admitted that I just need to do. Anyway, getting back on track, Charlie is obviously psychic for sending in this video, as he knows what is definitely my #1 shower karaoke choice in the entire world, Evanescence with Bring Me to Life. And now everybody is picturing me singing this naked in the shower as an estate agent walks in and I slip over. Okay, great. Evanescence, Bring Me to Life, with a video there sent in by Charlie. Good choice. I just want to say, on the topic of living alone, which I feel like we have covered quite extensively, I'm going to read one more text here from Jessica in North Yorkshire, who said she likes to put her red hair extensions on like a beard and walk around pretending to be the Ice King from Adventure Time. I think I want to be your friend, Jessica, but what I'm feeling is the freedom is exciting when you live alone, but I think that the cabin fever will definitely get to you. But I think that coming to the radio show here today, it's fulfilled my outside quota until at least next week, based on what I expect in life. And I think the conclusion is, deep down, we're all really, really weird people. But maybe we're not weird. Maybe just we're strange animals that only pretend to be whatever normal is around society, you know? Maybe we should just start a new country where we all, like, shower with the doors open and speak to our cats. Okay, so now we're going to go to a song that was requested by Diana on Facebook. Here is Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana, requested by Diana on Facebook.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
That is it for me this week. Remember, if you want to get involved in the show by sending in a music video or stories for Sorry I Don't Know How to Internet, all you have to do is email your stories, your pictures and your videos to danandphil@bbc.co.uk. Phil will be back next week for us to play Egg Roulette in Dan vs. Phil, which is going to be extremely dramatic. But now I think it's time I thanked everybody that's got involved in the show in the end credits. Thank you, Lauren and Maria and Alicia and Tara and Jack and Norlisa and Lauren, Ashton and Phil Lester and the Student Radio Association and Ariana and Kaya and Casey and Lauren and Charlie and Grace and Poppy and Evie and Samantha and Abigail and Molly and Amy and Sam and Gemma and Bill and Sarah and Hannah and Diana. And With the Surgery is coming up next. Thank you everybody for listening tonight, but now requested by Bill on Facebook, here is Clint Eastwood, Gorillaz.